I know he did not fix his lips and say,
I can save today, but you can save the world.
boy, if you don't get your... Wonder Woman 1984. So Wonder Woman 1984 is the follow-up movie to Wonder Woman 1. It stars Gal Gadot and it is placed in 1984. It takes place during the Cold War and we follow Wonder Woman throughout this time period as she tries to grow a little more and overcome the loss of her ex. I initially thought this would be a good movie. I don't really watch trailers, so I was pretty much basing it off of the poster that I saw. All the colors implied that we'd be getting something very action-filled and woman-empowered. And that's not really what we got. Every single YouTube channel I've watched has started with an ad for Wonder Woman, so even though I don't watch trailers, slowly but surely I kept seeing bits and pieces of it until it all started coming together and I saw the whole 30-second clip of the ad. And even though I wasn't a fan of the trailer, I still wanted to see it and thought it would be a little different. But it wasn't. It's a Warner Brother movie and they are still doing Warner Brother things. The way the movie opens up is pretty cool. It takes place when Wonder Woman is younger. She's in this triathlon type event where she's going up against fully formed Amazonians. Now, even though that scene was pretty cool and interesting, I really don't know why it was there. It felt like they didn't have any place for it in Wonder Woman 1, so they thought, just throw it in there. And that's pretty much the running theme of this entire movie. After that, we never see her as a child again, and it immediately cuts to the present time of her in the 80s. There's a couple of action scenes, but after that, things slow way down. I'd say it's about 40 to 45 minutes of just fluff. They just throw a lot of empty, dead, non-essential things in this movie, and you definitely will be getting bored. I'm really a fan of movies that do callbacks and shout outs to old things that happened in comic books and original characters and stuff like that. But this movie really floods you with it and it feels like it's just for the sake of calling back. It doesn't add to the movie. It doesn't really make you think, oh, that's cool. Oh, this movie's enjoyable. None of that. It's just boring. Things don't really start picking up until about an hour to an hour and 15 into the movie. And at that point, you start developing interest and then it starts to go away again. And that's kind of the roller coaster you're on the entire time. Gal Gadot's character felt a little watered down this go around. There's really too many scenes of her just standing there and smiling with fake wind blowing in her hair. And it felt like she was just pigeonholed into making this movie feel like a love story rather than this independent movie of women just going out and getting it. And we really don't get a lot of action scenes with Wonder Woman. It's mainly Diana's character trying to track down the bad guy. And when there is action, unlike her lasso, it seems very short. And while we're on it, why is her lasso so long? It went from wrapping up dudes 10 feet away to hitchhiking on airplanes that are 300 feet in the air. It's just ridiculously long. Pause. You have Pedro being the main villain, and giving him credit, I really liked him as the Mandalorian. I liked him in Narcos. He really goes out on the edge in this movie, and I really hated it. He's wacky, he seems to cross his eyes at times, and I think he's trying to be serious, but I get these feelings that he's trying to imitate people like Jim Carrey or Steve Carell. I don't know whether to laugh or just wonder why he's acting like this. And I guess I gotta bring up Chris Pine. He's back in this movie. You don't know, I don't know, he don't know. Nobody knows how he got there. And we're just trying to figure it out together. And that's his character. All in all, this isn't a good movie. I know I said the action starts about an hour or so into the movie, but overall, it's just a mess. The tone that they're going for is not clear. There's too much time spent traveling. Her getting to one destination to the other doesn't really make sense in the grand scheme of things. I really think they watered it down to make it more of a relationship based movie versus starting with an origin and building off of it and making her character even stronger. But what can you do? That's WB for you. At this point, I really think Warner Brothers are done making great superhero movies. The last good one for me would probably be either Man of Steel or Aquaman. And even Aquaman, well, I would say Aquaman 1 was good, not the one from Justice League, because he seemed to be totally different. But yeah, Warner Brothers, I don't think they really have a grasp on the direction they want to go in, and it really does show in their movies. Shazam was good. I really like Shazam. That was a good movie. But overall, I'd say Wonder Woman 1984 is a terrible waste of time, money, and good spirits. Glad it's not in theaters. This movie not being in theaters really helped it as far as sales go. It's not really going to reflect poorly in box office since it's going to be on HBO, and that might be good. Maybe they bounce back with Wonder Woman 3 and we got a good movie, but time will tell. Anyway, have you seen Wonder Woman 1984? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Warner Brothers will have good movies coming out this year? Let me know as well. As always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and attack the comment section. Happy New Year.